Well, thanks very much for keeping it up here. This is the Mental Health Radio Conversations. My name is Adrian Kakinda. I'm really glad that you are joining me at this particular moment. Today, I want to talk about peace. Peace. Yeah. Now you agree that peace has become an expensive commodity, don't you? We are living in a world where tranquility feels increasingly out of reach, like something that is slipping through our fingers, no matter how hard we try to hold onto it. That's the feeling I'm getting these days. Think about it. Look around. From personal lives to global politics, we are surrounded by noise, constant distractions, growing stress and conflict. It's like we are in an auction where peace is being bid on and the price keeps rising. But why? What's pushing the value of peace beyond our reach? Let's start with the basics. Every day, we deal with 1,000 decisions, all of which carry an emotional weight. Whether it's work, there is pressure at work, family responsibilities, or just trying to make sense of the world's chaotic rhythm. It can feel like peace has to be earned, and even then, it's fleeting. Peace has become an expensive commodity. And then, as we are still doing that, there is the constant bombardment of news, social media, the headlines, the debates. It's hard to tune out when it feels like the world is at a breaking point. We are living in a time when every breaking news story or viral post seems to demand a piece of us. We can't help but internalize the stress, the anxiety, the division. Man, it's like trying to fill a bucket with water, but there are holes in the bottom and the water is constantly draining out. But what's happening inside us when peace becomes so scarce? Something I keep asking myself every day. What happens? Wow. The human mind thrives on balance, on a sense of calm. But when external pressures make that balance harder to find, our mental health pays the price. Anxiety, depression, irritability, they are all symptoms of a world that has become unbalanced. It's like trying to stay calm while riding a roller coaster, holding on for dear life, but knowing the ride won't stop anytime soon. Now, don't get me wrong. Peace isn't something that can be bought with money or possessions. It's not something you can just pick up at a store. Peace. Peace is a state of being, something that comes from within. But with the growing demands of modern life, it feels like we need to pay a toll just to experience moments of tranquility. It hurts, but it's the reality. So, how do we navigate this? How do we reclaim peace in a world that seems to be fighting us for it? The first step is acknowledging that it's okay to not be at peace all the time. Something I've learned. It's normal to feel overwhelmed or unsettled, especially when the world around us is constantly shifting. We need to make room for imperfection in our emotional landscape. Peace doesn't always look like silence. Sometimes it looks like balance within the chaos. I don't want to sound philosophical, but we need to do that. Next, we need to reconnect with the present moment. How often do we find ourselves lost in the past, replaying mistakes or worrying about an uncertain future? Those worries steal our peace. So, practicing mindfulness, taking a step back, breathing, and centering ourselves in the now helps us regain some control over our internal environment. And here is something we don't hear enough. Guys, create boundaries. Boundaries with people, with technology, and with the demands on your time. If peace is becoming too expensive, then it's time to limit what we are paying for. You can't be everything to everyone, and you don't need to engage in every battle. Set boundaries, guys. Finally, we must remember that peace is not a destination, it's a practice. It's about creating spaces in our lives where we can replenish, even if it's just for a few minutes. It could be a quiet walk in nature, turning off notifications for an hour, or simply sitting with a cup of tea, coffee. I love coffee. Letting the world continue without you for a moment. You detox. So, yes, guys, peace has become expensive, but it doesn't have to be unattainable. That's my mantra. It's about redefining its value in our lives. Acknowledging that, like anything worthwhile, it requires effort and protection. We can find peace not by waiting for the world to calm down, but by taking small, intentional steps toward it each day. Remember, peace isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. And we all deserve a slice of it. That's the conversation I wanted to pass on today. Thanks for listening to today's episode of Mental Health Radio. We hope this conversation has sparked something inside you. Take a deep breath, prioritize your peace, and remember, you are not alone in this journey called life. We will see you next time. My name is Adrian. See you when you see me. Have a blessed weekend.